What's up guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video we have got this 1/10 scale trophy truck from FTX. This is the Zorro, and in this video we're going to unbox it, going to have a quick look at it, we're going to charge a battery and we're going to take it straight out for a run. I should unbox this with a sword. 1/10 scale, brushed, it's got a big 550 motor in there, so it's 99% ready to run. Comes with a, I think this is couple of thousand milliamp hour nickel metal hydride, waterproof, 550 motor, aluminium big bore oil filled shocks and fully adjustable suspension, including droop, camber and toe in. That is what I like about these FTX trucks. You can do a lot of adjustments. Something it doesn't say on here, which I'm going to tell you, that's probably, I think, just as important as all the specs there. This is very, very well priced for what it is. It is based on the FTX Outlaw. You get a set of detailed instructions. You get a charger with an adapter. It makes a change to have a UK plug with an adapter for Europe, whereas it's usually the other way around. And you get a transmitter. Feels okay in the hand. I don't like big bulk. It's not the biggest, bulkiest transmitter I've had, but I like a little bit smaller ones that I've got a bit more flex for my thumb for driving, but it's functional. You've got throttle trim, steering trim, you got your throttle reverse and steering reverse and normal, and then steering dual rate in the middle. Nice foam wheel. That's actually quite, that's a very nice feeling foam. Here's the truck with its oil shocks. Very nice oil shocks as well. A decent amount of suspension travel on that as well, which is what you want on a trophy truck. I'm impressed with the shocks. I am impressed. Someone said on one of my other videos I didn't bounce it enough, so hopefully I've bounced it enough. I think Austin Powers might fit in there. Yeah, baby! Nice soft tyres. They do feel like a nice soft compound. You've got a proper spare on the back there. No bumper on the rear, but I guess you got a bit of protection from that tyre and from the frame of the roll cage in there as well. Very nice looking grey into blue body. That is really nice looking. Nice graphics on there. Some comedy sponsors. I always like them. Let's have a look underneath, shall we? So you've got an internal cage there for a bit of protection. You've got a couple of drivers in there. I know I've already said it, but you look at the price of this thing. It is so good. I said 2,000, it's actually a 3,000 milliamp hour volts nickel metal hydride. Let's stick that on charge now. Just gonna quickly jump in here. This 3,000 milliamp hour volts nickel metal hydride isn't actually the battery you get with these FTX Zorros. You get an 1,800 milliamp hour. Before FTX sent this to me, they just got all the packaging out and checked it, and someone put the wrong battery in. So just let you know, you don't get this one, you get an 1,800 milliamp hour. But as you'll see on the video, I recommend running them on lipos rather than these for better performance. Anyway, back to the video. I expect it will take a good few hours with this. Although you get that nickel metal hydride, it will take lipos as well. There's little tabs on your ESC. You can switch it over. You can switch it over between lipo and nickel metal hydride. All that'll do is that'll put a low voltage cut off on for your lipo. 60 amp waterproof ESC, waterproof servo. Receiver box is in there. Looks like it's relatively waterproof as well. There's your 550 motor. So big old rear suspension, alloy shocks, adjustable collars, oil filled. Looks like lots and lots of different options there as well. And on the arms to adjust it, loads of range on there. And you got like your little, your big sway bars at the back there. Very nice. And then a nice amount of range on there. Adjustable camber, adjustable toe. You got metal drive shafts in there, metal diff gears as well, plastic drive shaft, bearings throughout. A lot of people probably aren't going to like the blue arms and stuff. It does give it a unique look, and let's be honest, one of the biggest manufacturers for aftermarket parts, RPM, use that colour as well, so it's not going to look out of place. But overall, it's a decent looking platform. I've never tried this FTX platform. I've never had an Outback. They do look good. They do brushless Outbacks as well. Hopefully the Zorro may come brushless at some point. Anyway, let's wait for that battery to charge. Let's take this thing for a run. I'm also going to take a LiPo with me. Now the ESC will take a 3S. You can run a 3S LiPo. In my experience though, they can get quite hot. So I wouldn't recommend running a 3S. However, the ESC will take a 3S, but that is on you. I'm going to run it with the stock battery and I'm going to run it with a 2S LiPo. So quick speed run first. I can't imagine I'll need much space. Nickel metal hydride first and then we'll go straight to a LiPo. Yeah, I'm not going to need much space at all for this. I lost it here. That is full throttle. That's actually faster than I thought. It didn't look 21, but 21 mile an hour, not bad. Let's stick a 2S in. I expect 25, I reckon, with a 2S. And this is where we see the difference between old school and new school batteries. You see how much different it is. It's so much different with a LiPo. 21? That seemed faster than 21. What? Let's try that again. There we go, 24 mile an hour. I don't know if did I start it last time? I don't know. 24 mile an hour with a LiPo, 21 with a nickel metal hydride, and a massive difference with the punch of that LiPo. So then the Zorro, running it at the moment on a nickel metal hydride. First thing I will tell you, the servo definitely not up to the job. We need to switch to LiPo because that battery doesn't want to do anything. Nah, we can't use that battery. Now, this is the second time I've used a nickel metal hydride and had issues with it. Maybe my charger's not telling me the truth when it says it's charging them, because that, painfully slow. There we go. 2S LiPo. Now we're going. So I don't know what it was. Like I said, that's the second time I've had a issue with a nickel metal hydride battery. It's got to be my charger. Can't be that two different ESCs have had the same issue. Or just coincidence. Anyway, a 2S LiPo has definitely made this thing a little bit more lively. So I recommend probably not to use the stock battery. I mean, yesterday it's fine. I done the speed test. Was done yesterday, and as you saw, 21 mile an hour. Didn't really have any issues. It didn't look sluggish at all. So 24 mile an hour with this LiPo in there. This truck handles well. Now it's got obviously oil shocks, fully adjustable suspension, and that's one of the key things about this for its price point. It's so cheap, but it's fully adjustable. 550 motor in there, the servo, as well as getting yourself a LiPo battery, I'd recommend a servo upgrade. I mean, it's okay when it's driving along, it's not too bad, but definitely could do with a slightly better one in there. It's a bit slow, a bit sluggish, but the truck, that's actually pretty good. It's got a little bit of speed about it. Enough to get it jumping. Oh, you've probably got the sun on you now, but it jumps really well. Nice and stable on the jump, so it's well balanced. Oil shocks soaking up the impact. I think this Outlaw chassis is actually pretty good. I've not had one myself, but I have heard people do rate it. Whoa. So that's your servo, like I say, a little bit slow. I don't know if I mentioned, but these will run 3S, I just don't recommend it. The motors get hot on 2S, but on 3S you're just going to fry something. Very good value for money. Get yourself a cheap, I mean, pick a servo up for £10–15. That is going to make a huge difference with this. It's got plenty of grip, but it doesn't roll too much. I rolled it a couple of times, but the ground's a bit wet. And I'm going to say it as I do a lot of stuff. I know people listen out for it. What a cool little truck. And there is LVC. You don't get much with, that was a 3,300 milliamp hour LiPo, but because of the big 550 motor, it does zap the power quite quick. That was about a 10-minute run time. Still, plenty of fun. We are done. The FTX Zorro. It gets a thumbs up for me for definitely a starter truck if you're just getting into the hobby. This is definitely one I consider. Handles well. Alloy oil shocks, fully adjustable. You can upgrade it, so get a better servo in there. Cheers for watching, guys. I will see you next time.